On Cougar fans, Peter Borkowski here on the Cougar Sports Network, bringing you this edition of Coaches Weekly. And once again, I'm joined by head coach of CUC women's soccer, Coach Eddie Garza. Welcome back to the show. Excited to talk to you today.
Always happy to be here.
Well, Coach, since the last time we talked, you guys have played in 2 games, and first was a 2-0 loss at MSOE on Saturday. And all season long, this defense has been really, really strong. You've gotten good play out of your defenders as well as your goaltenders, whether it be Alani Burnell or Brooke Sheriff. But the offense has kind of struggled at some points, just being able to consistently put goals up on the board. So as we hit this home stretch of the season, you guys only have 3 games left on the year, which is kind of hard to believe. What's kind of be the key to getting that offense in high gear and winning these much-needed games at the end of the year?
Yeah, I think the first thing is reflecting on the actual performance, kind of like what I spoke about last week. Mm-hmm. If you look at the game, we had opportunities.
Right.
We got to see the reflection process, like seeing how we got those opportunities and continuing to do those things so that we get more. So that's that was the topic today at training. That'll be the topic tomorrow. It's like, how are we creating those chances and how can we increase the quantity so that we can, help ourselves create those opportunities to score those goals, right? When we do that, looking at yesterday's game, we hit the crossbar, the post a few times. Mm-hmm. We had some good corner kicks and deliveries, and those are just missed opportunities, but that's part of the soccer. You're not going to score every opportunity. So the goal is the persistence and the desire to, continuing to try to find more ways. Right,
and like you said, we saw that yesterday against Benedictine. They led 1-0 for most of the game, and with less than 20 seconds, Juliana Paulson played hero, as she has before this season, scored that last second goal to secure a tie. And we've talked about that before as well, as when your team's down by 1 in the last couple minutes, when you're needing that goal to get a tie or get a win, what's it going to take to be able to do that? And we saw that kind of pay off yesterday with Juliana Paulson's goal. And so can you just kind of talk about just how much that team fought through yesterday? I mean, again, they were down most of the game, but they kept preserving, they kept getting their chances, and then finally Juliana was able to finish one at the end of the game.
Yeah, I think the first half we came out a little flat, and we just, weren't in a good rhythm, where that's why Dominican took the lead. And then they kind of controlled the first half. And if you look at the stats, the second half, we had 1 shot in the first half, and then in the second half we had 8.
Right.
Which, when you look at the overall, we balanced it out. So Benue was consistent with what they were producing, but you saw, if we would have had a better first half, So to answer your question, I think what we did in the second half is, again, having a little bit more grit, having a little bit more desire and fight.
Right.
We shouldn't be going down 1-0 to have that. So it's that's, trying to light the fire before the actual, getting scored on.
Right. The mentality of playing from behind without actually being behind.
Yeah.
And then we talked about Denise Carr last week, and it's not just her from this freshman class who's had a really major impact. Yesterday we saw, Izzy Fairless, Addison Alexander got some key minutes, as did Luciana Moraine Cruz. And as head coach, that takes a lot of confidence in your young players to tell them in their first year, go out there and play minutes in a big conference game, a conference game that you're also trailing. So you just kind of talk about just how big this freshman class has been this year and being able to eat up minutes, and not only that, but contribute as well.
Yeah, so it is a very talented freshman class all around, and some of them haven't seen the field, but that doesn't mean they're not talented. Right now they're in a discovery, developmental phase, so figuring out where they fit, figuring out the style of my coaching, the tactics, and obviously the conference and obviously the opposition. But I think they all have very bright futures, and I think with this experience that they've had in this first year, I think it's really going to help build and push the program forward because, as you mentioned, they're very, very talented. And, as we fine-tune some of the things, I think that's really going to project the program in the direction we want to go.
Right. And then coming up on Saturday is a big one, the rival Concordia, Wisconsin, coming to River Forest. It's also going to be senior day. You guys have a big senior class of 9 this year, so they'll all get honored as well. But Just how do you carry the momentum on now? You got the tie against Benedictine, you snapped a losing streak. So how do you move on from Benedictine to Concordia, Wisconsin, and then the other 2 games this season, trying to build off that tie and end the season on a good note? What needs to happen to keep that momentum flowing?
Yeah, so we did change the narrative. So a tie was a good step in the right direction. I think some of the losses we could have seen a better result. But going against Concordia, it's our senior night.
Right.
That should give us motivations. It's our second to last home game. So protecting our home turf is a big proponent to that. And then finally, we still have a lot to play for. The NAC has just been up and down with the results. Mathematically, it's still in our control, which is what you want, right? So those are the 3 things that we're really focusing on, so that we can carry that momentum that we've built and want to finish out strong. Again, we've started to play our best soccer at the end of the season. If you're looking at results, you would say we're not being successful, but the team and myself have been consistently evaluating performances and really seeing. And I think finally we're playing a conference rival, so a Concordia rival. So I think we'll put a good showing and get the result that we're looking for.
Definitely. Well, that game against CUW is this Saturday. That is a 1 p.m. start time for the women's squad. It's also senior day, so if you're able, please come out and support all the girls who put in a ton of time and effort into this program. Coverage for it, if you can't be here, it will be on our website, cucougars.com, and the live stream on our YouTube page, CUC Sports. Coach Garza, thanks again for joining me today, and good luck this weekend and moving forward in the end of the season. I'm looking forward to talking to you again next week. But until then, this is Peter Borkowski signing off of the Cougar Sports Network and wanting to say, as always, go Cougars!
Hello, I'm Dr. Russell Dawn, President of Concordia University Chicago. Thank you for tuning in to today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ. Dedicated to the liberal arts as a foundation of a high-quality college degree, we believe education should form individuals for service to their neighbors. This makes Concordia Chicago an exciting and fulfilling place to study, work, learn, and grow. Learn more today by visiting cuchicago.edu. Thank you, and go Cougars!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to River Forest here on what is a rainy Saturday afternoon, but that will not dampen the spirits of your Concordia University Chicago women's soccer team as they host the Falcons of Concordia University of Wisconsin here on Senior Day, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Cougar Sports Network. My name is Rafael Gonzalez, and I will be on the call here doing it solo here today. Take a look at both teams first with the home team in the Cougars coming into the day. They're looking to bounce back right here and get a much-needed win they've been searching for here throughout the past couple of weeks. They came close to almost losing their last game against Benedictine earlier this week, but thanks to Juliana Paulson game-tying goal under 20 seconds left, helped the Cougars to a 1-1 draw against Benedictine. Meanwhile, you look on the other side with the Falcons. It's a bit of a down year compared to last year. This year, only 4 wins so far this season, but they look to dampen the spirits of the 9 seniors that are honored here today in River Forest. Falcons, the Cougars get set right here. Falcons wearing the blue while the Cougars wearing in the all white. Falcons will start off the game with the ball. They'll be going left to right, whereas the Cougars will go right to left. We're off and running right here in River Forest. Cougars starting things off right here on defense. Ball down right here near touchline. It's going to be picked up right here by Shay Lang, number 23. She kicks up ahead and be grabbed right there by Alani Burnell, the starting goalkeeper for the Cougars here today. Burnell last week had 17 saves in the game against Milwaukee School of Engineering. 17 saves, which tied both her season and career high for the second time this season. Lang has it once more again. Well read there by Moran Cruz to come back, a bit defensive. Lang tries to get past Hernandez, but gets met right there by Kenworthy, who kicks it up ahead. Get thrown right here for the Falcons. Now retrieves it once more. So Cougars team that is looking, as I mentioned earlier, for a win. They come in today 11th in the NAC, while the Falcons one spot above them in 10th. Cougars looking to get back in the win column. They have 2 wins so far this year in conference. Both of them came at home this year. So we have the game's first offsides and goes against the Falcons. Cougars will look for Juliana Paulson, number 21, and also Jamie Sieber, number 7, to be big impact players for this Cougar squad here today. As both of them have 3 and 2 goals on the season, respectively. Ball lands right in the chest there of Grace Golowski, number 8. Brown has it backward. Now a racer retreater right there coming around. Cruz get there. She will not, as it's cleared out on the way in the last second by the defender, Maddie Pirtle. Last time Cougars were at home was obviously against Benedictine. Before that, it was a close game against Merriam, Wisconsin, where they almost came back to draw it all at 2-2 in the end. Fortunately, last second goal by Allie Brown was disallowed after the shot went in after the buzzer sound. The Cougars starting off here well with a corner. It's going to be an outswinging corner right here. It's the first one of the day for the Cougars. There's 7 players in the box. Going to cross, gets punched away for a second. Fernandez tries to have a shot, gets blocked on the way. And it'll be cleared out right there for a goal kick. It'll be kicked away there by number 1, Brooke Braga, the goalkeeper, the junior out of Belgium, Wisconsin. She'll play it short right here, and the Falcons will look to once more build up an attack. Blown now sells it down. A pass right there, but a miscommunication, and here comes Falcons here on a counter-attack right here. And a shot right there, just goes wide, a bit to the right side of the net. The effort came there that time by number 11, Sabrina Moore, the senior. Carnell pulls it down. Hernandez will try to play it. A little bit of 1-2 together. Now Kenworthy. It's a little short pass right there. Fernandez will try to move it up ahead now and start to build up a run of play. And just a little bit of a pass right there to the outskirts right there of Moron Cruz. So the Falcons team that their form away from home this year hasn't been spectacular. Only 1 win out of 7 games this season. Whereas at home, they have been at a 500 mark. For the Cougars, their 2 wins this year came both at home. They've done well here in River Forest in this season. Free kick right here. Maggie Wilson McCoy, one of the 6 seniors that started here today. She boots it away right there. Carr brings it down her foot. Try to keep the ball in play. She does. And then get called right there for a foul. The Falcons team that's led by Ryan Middendorf, his 21st season at the helm. Talk about continuity right there as the Cougars. Eddie Garza in his 2nd year. Continue to make progress right here in River Forest. So far, both teams have 1 shot apiece. Pretty evenly matched so far. That's a little double team right there by Falone and Brown. Retrieving the ball back. Speaking of Brown, there she is. Senior now down the far touchline. Gets dispossessed in the end. It does result in a throw-in right here in the final third. Goal scoring has not come easy this year for the Cougars, so these chances are great quality chances. Brown should pass it back right there. McQuay's gonna, nice little long ball right there, and it falls right into the hands of Braga once more. Now she'll take her time. Here, a bit of a low arcing kick. Karn lost possession right there. Golowski brings it back down. Try to pass it right there. Look, she was trying to pass it to Brown. So far, both teams trying to get the early advantage right here. Both teams, though, it might be a factor due to the rain, haven't been able to perfect their passes so far. Spell Rab, number 16. It's off right there. But Moore looks for a shot, has to backpedal. Now plays it out wide. Nice defensive work once more by Golowski. This Falcons team, not in the starting element today for them. It's the forward senior, Selena Eston, who came in today as the leading goal scorer with 9 goals for the Falcons, which is 5th best in the conference and first in both shots on goal and shots in total in the entire NAC. Quick throw in right here. Golowski. And Moore. There's a 3-on-1 right there. Trying to cross it into the box. Well done there by Kemp Worthy to get ahead of it. And a defensive header right there by Fernandez. And Brunel gets there in time. Now the sophomore out of Riverside, California, but the number 1 goalkeeper at the majority of the season for CUC. I mentioned earlier her career time performance against MSOE. Her last game was this past week against Benedictine, when she made 4 saves in the 1-1 draw. But she's not the only goalkeeper on this team this year who's done excellent work. Her and Brooke Sheriff, 0-0. Both of them have 97 saves combined, which is second in the entire conference. So they both have been a key part in the Cougars in the sense that they've only conceded about a goal and a half per game, which is right there in the middle of the pack of the conference, thanks to their stellar play in net. Super trying to put a header down, just mistimed it right there by a second. The Falcons will reset right here after whistle. Put off a bit of space up ahead of her. Tries not to go too far away from her position right there defensively. Now Fulham will track down the loose ball. There, Hernandez. The two like a little bit of give and go together. Down on the near side, Carr's wanting the ball. And she's going to get there right there off the lucky bounce, off the foot right there of the defender and Roskopf. So far, the CUC team doing a really good job with possession on the ball and really starting to have a quick build-up of play, which is resulting in these great throw-ins, great opportunities they're getting here in the final third. Now Fernandez, she'll cross it into the box. She's trying to get her chest down to get it. And now it's a race. Golowski will win the race to get the ball back. Keeps it in play. And then it gets snatched away from her right there. More she has Lang to her right. She's going to feed it to her the ball right there. Lang on her right foot. Shot from a tough angle right there on the near post. Goes a few inches wide to the right. more right here. See the Falcons trying to start something up right here. They've had 2 chances so far. I haven't converted in neither one. Both times, though, they have come close. Falloon kicks it out. Glasgow tries to keep it in. She will keep it in. Cruz down the far side. Tries to play it back towards the middle. So far, the Falcons love playing right across the middle of the pitch, which is their strong suit. Brown trying to shield her body, I should say, to keep retaining possession of the ball. She does for now. She's setting up ahead. On Cruz, and it's going to be thrown once more. Sieber, it's a little short pass right there. We're going to say off the foot of the Falcon player. If you look at the series history between both teams, the Cougars just haven't had their luck of success against this Falcons team, looking to snap a winless streak here today. So they have not been able to get past them in their last 6 attempts. But today, we'll look at number 7. Will it be today here on senior day? Brown, now can she start to build up a play right here? Her fellow teammate right there, Sieber. Now a long ball right here. Orion Cruz does a good job right there, pressuring Pertell right there to kick it out. Daskin tries to get a ball into the box right there at Carr, and slipping down to ground right there was the defender, number 14, Carmen Rowe. Ball still manages to stay in. It's right there, Lucia Falone. Now tries to play across the other side of the pitch right there. Right there by Rapp. So far, neither team been able to establish their possession right here. To see Morion Cruz, she gets pushed down on the ground right there. That's going to be a foul. Another free kick opportunity right here for Cruz. This one's going to be about 35 yards out from the net. So the defender, Megan Wilkinson McQuaid, the senior out of Georgetown, Kentucky, will have a go at it right here. She'll cross it into the box. Carr gets a shin on it. However, it gets cleared out in the last second. Now Moore looking to continue to build up right here at play. Finds her teammate right there. Moore right there, swarmed right there by the 3 defenders right there of CUC. And then Falone and Brown coming back right there, almost like as central defensive midfielders. And a shot from distance right there. Not an issue at all for Burnell. Shot right there was from more 20 yards out. Another attack right here. This is Rapp. Rapp gets past. So McQuaid has a shot on her left foot right there, put right in front. Once more, and that'll be her second save of the day right now. The Falcons right here to get another attack right here as they get set moving forwards towards the final third. A pass. See more able to track it down. She can. Now she looks to swing it into the box. She does. And it falls right there at the foot. And a near close effort right there for Rapp. Just shy of the left this time on the left-hand side of the net. As the ball hit the side of her foot right there. And a well-timed cross and a good placement right there from Rapp. Just missed it there by a few centimeters out. Fernandez defending her tightly. Not giving her any inch of separation. Ball in between the legs right there at Kenworthy. They try to clear it out. They do it the last second. Judges still in favor of the Falcons right here. Roskoff. Nice job there by Carr. Carr now looking to turn on the afterburners right here and start the counter attack right here. It's a 4-on-3 opportunity right here for CUC. She has more on Cruz right there. She passes it right here. Cruz looks to turn around and just gets lost right there in possession. A last second clearance attempt right there by Kenworthy. But now she's going to have to kick it out of play and slow things down at the moment. Seeing Carr so far be a key contributing factor, both as a defender, but more importantly, as a forward, particularly down this near side. We're going to get a corner right here. The first corner of the day for CUW. It's going to come off the foot right here of Lang. Only 6 Falcon players in the box. High arcing corner. Burnell gets her fist to it. She gets collided right there with 2 Falcons players, and the ref blows the whistle on the foul. Nice effort right there by Burnell. And they're going to whistle a handball right here on Gladowski. Falcons really starting to get momentum right here as we're at the halfway point here in the opening half. Still about 25 minutes remaining. Fernandez. There they go again. Carr. There's Cruz once more to her left. Tries to take it by herself and then gets met up right there by Roskoff. Carr quickly gets back on her feet. Meanwhile, we have a substitution right here for CUC. Off goes the senior Wilkinson McQuaid. Coming on for her, number 4, the freshman Addison Alexander. So the first substitution made today for CUC. And this tries to cross one in. Now there's some space up ahead for the Falcons. So they move it up quickly right here. And a lot of green open space for a shot. Gets blocked right there by Bowers for a second. And another shot right there for Moore gets saved by Burnell. So Burnell right there having to come up clutch in the moment. It's a weird looking shot right there. A little bit high. Burnell right there, no issues for her. That all started right there with my quick counter by the Falcons. Cyber the Brown, who immediately wants to push it on the far side right there. Gulowski keeps it in right there. Well done by her. CUC looking to get a shot. It has been a bit of a while since they got on their last shot. Since the last time I mentioned, both teams had 2 shots. Since then, the last 5 shots have been all in favor of the Falcons. But here's another chance. Seabird's going to need support right here. She'll cross it in right there. And it just goes to the side of the net. Bronco once more will play it short. It's the Rosmerick. Moore once more. She has been the key forward so far for the Falcons. Tries to pass it to the middle of the pitch. Well done there by Bowers. Lang taking her time. And then she passed it right there to Rosmerick. And she just lost it right there on the dribble. Carr now trying to use her speed, gets past the defender, but can she get there in time and retrieve the ball? And coming out of her net right there was Braga right there to stop any potential shooting opportunity for Carr. We see Carr once more, her elusiveness, her pace can come into factor any moment here in this one. Well, right there by Fernandez. Falone hits it down for a moment. Fernandez trying to clear it out right there. Goes a little bit sideways there. Tries to play back defensively again. Lang has not been able to get past Fernandez. Very little to much nothing so far. As we saw right there once more. As the Falcons will make 2 substitutions right here. Be their first subs of the day. Get a confirmation on who's coming on in a few moments. So far, 20 minutes played here in the opening half. Scoreless so far between CUW and CUC on senior day here for your Cougars. Wrapped neat. There was a paw in the needle. And Romanek right there. Nice little backheel pass. Hernandez tries to outlet it right there. Cruz, but Carr once more coming back and aid of the defense. Hernandez. Passing around Cruz. Right there, nearly wins the ball right there before immediately Rowe right there just kicks it out and lives to fight another attack right here. Meanwhile, substitutions we just had for CUW. Autumn Snow and Sarah Klump came in for both Kara Pena and Shay Lang. Right there, look like she was passing right there. Fortunately slipped right there to the ground. The weather hasn't been much of a factor as I thought it was going to be when the game began. Hasn't rained as much. Rained a lot more throughout the early part of the day. Of course, with the rain, the key thing right here is for the goalkeepers, to have full control and grip of the ball. So far, neither goalkeeper has had an issue. On the previous stoppage, Cougars made one substitution. Lucia Falone came off the pitch, and coming in for her is the sophomore Pamela Saldivar. Klopp. Mosmarek just leaves it off right there to her teammate. Wrap once more. Looking for an alley to pass it to. Klopp actually was trying to cross it in right there from Mosmarek. And it gets blocked on the way. Carr finds a sprinting Glodowski right there, who tries to extend her pass right there to Seabird. Pass just goes a bit too far out of her reach. See the Falcons here. Every time they have a goal kick right here, they love to play it short right here and start the build-up of their attacks from their defensive back line, which says so much about how they trust the defenders and their ball skills. Cruz right there. Two Falcon players right there to stop her. Done there by Bowers, and stopping the tracks right there. Moore, who has so far been the biggest key factor for the Falcons. Interesting to see what they do, though, try to stop her. Meanwhile, here Ron Cruz able to retain the ball. Tries to cross it in right there, and a shot right there. No issue for the goalkeeper, Braga, once more. It's their first shot. Quite a while right here, but it gives the Cougars, that confidence once more, start building up their attacks. Long ball right there. Cam Wardy. It's a nice job right there. She collides it for now, but she did a really good job right there, shooting the ball away from Moore. Alexander. Fernandez will once again get us going right here for throw in. But before we do that, substitution happening right here for the Cougars. Coming off is Jamie Seibert, and coming in for her is number 21, Juliana Paulson, the leading goal scorer for CUC this year, and the woman who scored in their last game against Benedictine in the closing seconds to tie the game at 1-1. So with a little bit under 15 minutes remaining here in the first half, we'll see if number 21 for CUC can be a big factor. And there she is right here, first touch of the game right here. Trying to go across the middle, 2-on-1 right there, and just stop right there. Right in the middle of the tracks right there from the Falcons defense. Throw in right here. Another substitution right here. This time it's for CUW. Coming off right here, be number 15, Anna Roskop. as the wing-back defender will get a rest right here for the remainder of the half. Get a confirmation shortly as who came on the pitch for her. So far, Cougars have used 3 different players on the bench. We mentioned early on Alexander, Saldivar, and Paulson. Well, CUW has used 2 so far in Klopp and Snow. Gong. Carr once more has been such a key factor right here down this near touchline, which has brought the Cougars success here in this half. And so far, the Falcons have not been able to find an answer for her work ethic, particularly defensively, considering that she's a forward. Not only that, with her being the one of the 2 freshmen who started today, both her and Luciana Moran Cruz. There's a lot of trust that head coach Eddie Garza has with both of them in the starting 11. But particularly with Carr, who's been in the lineup starting 11 for the majority of the entire season. Paulson retrieves the ball back. Konowski gets past one Falcon defender. Puts it forward right there. It's not there by Rosemary. Konowski, meanwhile, we had a substitution for the Cougars. I mentioned her just a moment ago. Luciana Moran Cruz comes off. Coming in for her is another senior in number 11, Itzel Calderon. So she'll be getting some game time right here for the last 10 minutes before halftime. Waiter team been able to find the breakthrough right here before going in the locker room. And Hernandez, once more, her work defensively has been key here in this first half. Calderon tries to pass it there to Carr. Carr right there trying to win the race and can't get there in the second once more. This time it was the freshman number 20, Zerkis right there. That stops the attack. But you have to think sooner or later, one of these long through balls right there to Carr, she'll have a great opportunity for a shot one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Row. Pass it up forward right there to Klopp. Klopp try to dribble past Hernandez. If Hernandez is like, no. Not today. So this time Kenworthy will send it away. Yeah, pretty much the majority of all players on both teams right now, right at the edge of the 18-yard box. A long kick right there from the free kick. It's going to fall right there into the right foot of Klopp, who immediately gives it up away there right there to Fernandez. Klopp wants it once more. Calderon. It's down right there. He's trying to short a little pass right there to Carr. It's taken away right there and sticking out her leg. Stopping any poor momentum on the attack, Kimberly. Hop. Husky tries to kick it away, hits the side of her foot right there. Paulson coming all the way back, almost playing like a right back right here. Kicks the ball forward up ahead. However, he was the last one to touch it. Here's Snow. She'll quickly play it in right here. Charles Merrick. Rapp gets past Alexander. He's going to leave it off right there for Snow. Mazurka for a shot gets blocked on the way right there by Saldivar. Calderon, nice sliding challenge right there by her. And a beautiful header right there from Hernandez. Carr's going to go side to side right here. And just runs into a tough angle right there. He's tracking her down once again. Zerkis. Both Zerkis and Roscoe have been the two defenders of this back four for CUW have had to mark Carr throughout this entire first half. So far, they've held their own. Brown. Ball right out of play. A little over 5 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Ball substitution right here for CUC. Coming in is number 14, the freshman Izzy Fairlisk, coming in for Denise Carr. A lot of room ahead of the run right now is Zerkis. No one is coming up forward to challenge her. She went off there with Moore. Moore trying to outbody her, just cannot do so. Once more, we've seen an defensive prowess right there of number 12 for CUC and Valerie Hernandez. Little kick right there. Fairless, her first dribble of the game. Pass just a little bit too out there, excuse me, right there for Sandoval. Okay, where it looks to let it go out of play and does so. Paulson gets rid of the danger for the moment. Gladowski will look to do the same as well. Trying to pass it head right there to her fellow teammate right there. Paulson, quick throw on Gladowski. Brown right there. Getting out muscled for a second, but ball still in favor of CUC. Just can't keep it in right there. As far as CUC have done really well holding on here in the last 15-20 minutes, considering the fact that down midway point of the first half, it looked like CUW was going to really try to pull away from them. But they've held their own right here all the way so far here to the first 42 minutes of the half. Carlos. Good miscommunication between her and Brown right there. Falcons taking their sweet time right here. They're finding space right here down this near side until they get to the final third right there. Wish that CU defense right there really shows up, which has been the strong suit of this team so far this entire season. Defenders right there in row. Pirtle get the build-up play going right here. Klopp. Her cross gets blocked. One minute to go here in the opening half. This NAC conference game right here. Will either team get the breakthrough right here before both of them head into the locker room? We have under 40 seconds now to go. Merrick falls to the ground right there. Rep says play on. And here we go with the Cougars now with 20 seconds remaining right here. Can they get an attack going right here? Talibar. Paulson's making a run down the far side. Can she win the ball right there? Burley gets there in time. And dribbles past her right here. Now she'll look to pass it to the other side of the pitch. She does. More will she get a shot off in time. Cannot right there as Ken Morty gets in front of that. So that is the end of the first half right here in River Forest, with the Falcons and the Cougars are tied at scoreless apiece. Take a look first at the first half stats. Falcons with 8 shots. Cougars with 3 so far, but with those 3 shots, 2 of them have been on target, whereas for the Falcons, they've only had 3. As both goalkeepers so far, and Braga Brooke and Alani Burnell, have held a clean sheet up to this point. But the question is, will either team find a breakthrough right here in the second half? As we will take a quick short break right here. So you're watching CUC Women's Soccer here on the Cougar Sports Network.
Concordia University Chicago is a Christ-centered Lutheran university where truth, freedom, and vocation form students for lives of influence and service for the common good. Our university offers a wide variety of undergraduate and graduate degree options that are available in person and online. That means we have a program designed for you. Whether you're a high school student, an adult returning to complete your degree, or someone looking to enhance your credentials and prepare for career growth. As a member of this university community, you'll also find support in your spiritual and personal life so you can grow in the faith and discover ways to serve others. To start your next journey with us, visit cuchicago.edu today.
I'm Monica here at Concordia University Chicago, and we're here outside of Concordia Hall. Concordia Hall is the university's newest residence hall, right on the edge of campus, perfect for students who want to explore the nearby downtown of Oak Park and River Forest. The flexible suite-style living in fully furnished bedrooms lets students choose what works best for them. Every floor is complete with a community lounge and full common kitchen, with a kitchenette, microwave, sink, and refrigerator. The first floor offers the Victory Lounge, connecting to 2 additional residence halls, with no shortage of ways to relax. You're also right next to an open, outdoor plaza, better known as Victory Lane. So now we're here in Concordia Hall's suite-style dorm room, and this is a really nice place to just hang out and chill. And since it's so big, there's plenty of room to spread out and do your homework and just relax. So now making our way into one of the bedrooms, there's plenty of space in this room for you and your roommate. A lot of times students will move the desks so that they've got their separate study space, but my roommate and I, we get along really well, so we can just work together here in the same space. Sometimes I like doing art as well, as you can see by the painting here. It's a 16 by 10 feet space, and most rooms on campus are 10 by 12 feet. So it's really nice to have a little extra space to work with here in Concordia Hall. So this hall is super close to the chapel and the Kennedy Community Center, which has the new Crossroads Dining Hall. So the location is super convenient. And I really love the city scene too. The location here is the closest on campus to the Oak Park River Forest downtown area, which has a ton of great stores and restaurants. Speaking of the city scene, I adore the view from this lounge because you can see the Chicago skyline right there. Concordia Hall at Concordia University Chicago.
Interested in finding out more about Concordia Chicago? Head to cuchicago.edu for more information on our university.
We appreciate you tuning in to today's game and hope to see you at CUC very soon.
CUC nursing student and choose to stand tall for healing at a university that places Christ at the center and embraces teaching students to live a life fulfilled by purpose and meaning. Concordia University Chicago's new Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree is an innovative and rigorous 4-year program that will prepare you to rise to the daily challenges of a rewarding nursing career and serve a greater cause. Our newly built modern simulation center features 4 distinct spaces: a skills attainment lab, multi-specialty intensive care spaces, a health assessment learning center, and a simulated home environment. Due to our close proximity to many world-class teaching hospitals, CUC's clinical rotations offer an abundance of diverse and real-world experiences. Learn more about earning your BSN at a Christ-centered university today.
45 minutes down in the books here in River Forest as the Falcons and Cougars look to get set start off here in the second half as both teams are scoreless at peace 0-0. Both teams looking to find a goal here in the next 45 and come out as potential victors here today. So far, a few key things to know for both teams so far. In terms of the subs particularly, the Cougars have used 5 substitutions in the opening half, whereas Concordia, Wisconsin only used 2, so it speaks volumes to Coach Eddie Garson as trust he has in his players so far. One factor that hasn't been much of a factor has been the rain so far. You know, considering the fact that it rained throughout the majority of the morning and on and off points so far here in today's game, hasn't been much of a factor for either team. Particularly, you look at both goalkeepers and Brock Brook for CUW and Alani Burnell for CUC. Both of them so far haven't conceded a goal, and both with a combined 5 saves. This time, CUC this time will move from left to right. Falcons, vice versa, right to left. As number 10 for CUC, Medi Loza gets us started right here in the second half. Saw in the first half, Falcons trying to really move along the middle. As slipping right there for a second was Romanek, and a follow-up shot right there. Look, I got blocked at the last very second, but already here, less than 20 seconds in the start of the second half, the Falcons already coming out on fire right here with 2 really close opportunities. Now the Cougars right here look to slow things down right here. Is Medilosa. Tries to get past both the players right there of Gong and Purtle. No foul there as she fell down. Quickly got back up. Order right here to the Falcons. Want to look at the first half stats once more. Falcons had 8 shots, now 9, with 4 of those shots coming from Sabrina Moore, number 11, and number 16, Isabella Rapp, excuse me. Meanwhile, for CUC, the key has been Alani Burnell, 4 saves in the half. The team overall has 3 shots, 2 of them on target, coming from Luciana Morena Cruz and Megan Woodson McQuaid. On this senior day for these women, 9 seniors in total in the squad. 6 of them started in the starting 11 today. So far, though, neither team has been able to separate themselves from one another. What has been interesting, though, in the first half was the Falcons. They love playing the ball right across the middle of the pitch right there. Use that open space. Play a lot more narrow compared to the Cougars, where they love spreading you out all the way on both sides, using the entire width of the pitch. And the second half's first corner goes to Falcons right here. Rain continues to be a factor so far. So it continues to pour down a little bit, not much so far as it did in the morning. Little corner right there. Loza gets to it for a second. Shot right through traffic, but no issue for Alani Burnell once more. It's not the first time this season that CUC has played a home game in rainy conditions. Remember the game against Lakeland, go back to September 16th. They won that game 4-0, so they're used to playing in these type of conditions. And on the other side for CUW, they're looking to make it 3 straight games unbeaten after they start off the month of October losing 4-0 to MSOE. Since then, their last 2 games, a 4-0 win against Edgewood and a 1-1 draw this past Wednesday against Merriam. Losa, he's gonna have a shot on her left foot right there. Save right there by Braga. Lost it for a second and keeps it. So the first opportunity in a bid right here for the Cougars, and it comes off the left foot right there of Losa. Now the Falcons are looking to get an opportunity right here. Moore now in the box. It's a shot, and Ryan face on right there. It's Moore Brunel. As both teams out here in the second half, creating a lot of opportunities. What's more? Just flicks it on right there. Syracuse. No one's ahead though for the pass. So a fake dribble move right there. Shooting it on her right that time. Snow got blocked. She fell down on the ground, got immediately back up as the rain right there. Lost her balance. Snow once more. She'll leave it off right there to Moore. Moore runs into the trap right there of the CUC defense. That time it was from Hernandez, and it appeared to also have been from Kenworthy as well. So far, they've given up 13 shots, but so far they are hanging in tough. This Cougar squad. Both teams coming into the day needing a win to keep their slim chances of making it to the NAC conference tournament at the end of the season. Both teams had high expectations for themselves at the beginning of the season. They haven't been able to achieve that yet, but a win here today can change all that momentum they need here as it begins to the final stretch of conference play. Gong. Now Moore retreats backwards, passes in the middle of the box. Rumsick, who immediately gives it off right there to come up on a diving save right there from Burnell once again. That'll be save number 7 for her on the day. That time was not easy. She's showing once more why she is the #1 goalkeeper for CUC. She came in today with 97 saves, which is second in the conference, but since the start of today's game, she is now eclipsed that 104 saves. We still have nearly a full half left to play. But danger is still not done yet. Another corner kick right here or Concordia, Wisconsin. So far, the Cougars have done a good job defending corners. They're looking corner. It's going to be like a pass almost, and the shot got blocked right through all the traffic between both players on each team. Another cross goes behind the net. The Cougars get a quick moment right here to regroup right here and recompose themselves. There's a little support in the back right there from Falone. He just throws it in right there. 3 Cougar players right there immediately to get the ball right back. Maybe their luck's a charm right here for Zerkis, and once more, Cougars are well done right there, reading the throwing, excuse me. Alone. Try to start a play right here with Cyber right there, and just Cyber trying to stretch out right there, just can't get there. So far, we've seen both teams, they've been at their best when they start a quick run of play, which is what the Cougars are trying to do right here. They get stopped once more, but we haven't seen either team really been able to slowly move upwards towards the pitch. We're seeing them move at a much more rapid pace is when both teams have been effective in their attacks. Nice job stepping from the pass right there. Alexander, the freshman. Now she looks to give it outward to Carr. And it gets well read right there. Gong. Free kick right here. Headed in the air right there, now controlling it. Right here is Rapp. Rapp. Outwards right here, the Moore's a shot. And it goes past through everyone, including the net itself. On the left-hand side, it'll be a goal kick once more. But we're seeing more right here, play a lot more down the right-hand side of the pitch. In the first half, she was playing more as a striker, but now we're seeing her more as a winger almost, and so far that has given CUC a bit of trouble so far adjusting to that here. Early goings here in the half. Wrap of a shot. Oh, it looked like it hit the post. Couldn't tell from this angle if it hit the crossbar or the goal post itself. Either way, once more, CUC right here remain at a scoreless tie. But you can see the momentum so far riding in favor of the Falcons right here. The Cougars, they need a couple of minutes just to give their defense sort of a breather right here and move upwards toward the pitch right here. Start controlling the ball in the midfield. So they're trying to do so right here. They just haven't been able to be effective. And I say that Loza picks up the ball. Sieber, now here we go. She has Carr sprinting up across the middle. She has Loza for support. Carr tries to balance it and just can't keep it right there as the ball bounces right there from her knees. Those are some quick little bursts of energy. We need to see the Cougars more right here in the second half. And once again, it's the quick run-up play that has been able to give them so far opportunities. And if they continue to do so right here, sooner rather than later, one would suspect that they'll be able to find the ball in the back of the net. But this is a Cougars team, though, that does not give up. We've seen that in their last 2 home games, which have come down right to the wire both times. And who knows, maybe that will be the same case here today. So move there by Loza. Now looks like cross it in right there. Someone's going to get a shot off the post right there. The cross that was going into the box became a shot because of the wind right there, causing the effect. And the ball passed Braga, but it hit the top of the crossbar, keeping this game at 0-0 apiece. Now Rapp. The snow. They're looking to get themselves a shot off as well. Snow is stonewalled right there. And a shot. Burnell once more right on the spot. So we're seeing here in the second half, both teams are starting to open up their play a lot more. And as a result, both teams are trying to create a lot of shots. Sooner rather than later, you think one of those shots is going to go in the back of the net. The question is, for which team? Find the breakthrough. Alexander playing a little bit more upwards from a traditional spot. The defense. Sarkis tries to cross it out. You see right here the rain right now. And the wind is going more towards the right side of the field. And you see the wind right there taking into the effect right there, stopping the ball from moving upwards towards the other side of the pitch. So this is my favorite right here, CUC. I want to try a long shot from distance. Carr falls right down near the CUC bench. There's no foul rewarded right here, however, much to the dismay of the CUC faithful. We're trying to win the ball back from Zerkis. Cannot. Now Godowski out of position right here. Zerkis going to have a lot of space to roam right here down the near side. Zerkis crosses it in, but it crosses it to right near side of the post. We saw him right there. They were trying to take advantage of Glanowski right there, being a bit far out of position from her traditional spot right there at right back. And we have a substitution upcoming right here for the Cougars. Sub will come on very shortly right here, potentially in the next stoppage. Flown and pass it immediately right there to Fernandez. Fernandez was trying to make a run upwards towards the pitch. Flown was trying to pass it back. It looks like instead of one substitution, we're going to see 5 substitutions made here at the same time for the Cougars. So drastic changes right here to the early midpoint right here of the second half. So we'll get a look at who comes on the pitch in a moment. As Coach Garza decides to bring in a couple of fresh legs right here to rejuvenate his side, who have so far played their hearts out here throughout the opening 60 minutes. Calderon. Kenworthy heads it down right there, gives off right there to a defensive teammate, Klonowski, who immediately gives it back up to Kenworthy once more, where she'll find Brown right here, just right near the midfield. Klonowski, pass immediately right there. Planeta, number 18. Make that 9 saves on the day now for the sophomore netminder in Brunel. It was easy pickings for her once more. There have been a lot of chances, the Falcons. They've had 17 now. Half of those have been on target. And Brunel, with those 9 saves, some have come not as easy for her, but a lot of them so far have not given her much trouble. And we've seen her this year, be battle tested. You look at the game against MSOE, for example. Last Saturday, they had over 30 plus shots. The Raiders did. She made 17 saves and an impressive effort. Well, Calderon trying to make something work right here on the far side of the field. She can't do so, however. So here are all the substitutions that the Cougars have made. So coming on the pitch was Pamela Saldivar, Luciana Moran Cruz, Juliana Paulse, Megan Wilson McQuaid, and Isabel Calderon. So all of them are now in, as we just heard on the PA a moment ago. Zerke's getting tracked down there by Paulson. Evades her. Paulson trying once again recovery here defensively. Now Brown looks to help her support right here. Oh, nice little clearance right there. Rich Cruiser first touch. Coming back onto the pitch right here. She started this game. Calderon just couldn't dribble it down right here. Snow has a shot right there in the wind, so it takes it into effect. That's no trouble though for the Cougars. Brown. A little bit of an issue right there between her and Saldivar. Saldivar tried to kick the ball upwards ahead. It hit directly off the foot of Brown. Bowers gets rid of the danger for the moment. Appears there was a whistle. A little under 23 minutes remaining here in the second half, in which both teams came out of the half firing with a couple of great opportunities for both teams. So far, though, score remains the way we started so far in the half. It scored as a piece. Brown. So far, we're seeing the Falcons controlling the midfield right here, which is what they did in the first half. Cougars have done a lot better job responding here. Those little in-game adjustments that Coach Edgar has implemented have done the work so far. Merrick. The defensive right there. Wagolowski taking her foot out. It's going to be another corner. It's going to be the fourth corner of the day right here for the Falcons. Rapp will take it once more. This time it's going to be on her right foot. So an in-swinging corner right here. Salivar sticks her foot out and clears it out for the moment. Rat pass it once more. She'll could try to cross it in, this time potentially on her left foot. And also, the ball almost took a wacky bounce right there. Couldn't tell from up here what happened. But the end result right here will be once more a goal kick. Meanwhile, Falcons substitution just came on for them. Shay Lang comes in for Cara Planeta. That's their one substitution they made right here. It's going to be a corner right here for the Falcons. So this time, usually Rapp has been the one who's taking it. This time it's going to be Lang right here. They haven't converted yet on a corner. There's a little header right there. And nothing comes as a result of it once more. Right here, Lang tries to find fellow teammates in the box. A block right there in the back of Fernandez. Syracuse looks to pass it up forward. Shows Mazarek, and he gets stonewalled. Purdue will just let it go out of play. Starting to see both teams here slow down a little bit right here. Regaining sort of their energy, as they had a lot of energy wasted, both teams, in the opening second half. So we have substitutions once more right here for CUC. As they made 4 substitutions this very instant. This potentially right here could be the final 11 players playing here today for CUC. Kowski. Long throw right here for Carr. Ron Cruz falls to it right there. Gives it off to the receiver. Receiver's going to lay it right there to the far side. Cruz, can she get there in time? And she cannot. So here's the substitution to happen right now for CUC. So Jamie Siebert came in. Jenna Falone, Addison Alexander, and Denise Carr. So we'll see if any of them can spark a little bit of energy right here for the Cougars and help get themselves a potential game-winning goal. Merrick's going to lay it off right there. Snow. Gives it back up to her fellow teammate once more. Now they look to play starting from the back line defensively right here. Rowe. Gets booted out of the way right there from Kenworthy. Carr looking to wreak havoc right there for the CUW back line, but they're very composed, as you saw right there, clearing it out. Goes on a player right here for another goal kick once more. Another high arcing pass right there. Oh, and a big hit right there. As Moore was trying to get the ball right there. And coming in a collision right there with Falone. Moore immediately gets back up on her feet. That'll be a foul against Falone and a free kick in a moment. So a reset break here with the junior defenseman and right here kicking it up ahead. Moore tries to get there and cannot right there. She's a second too late right there. We are just at the 15-minute mark remaining here in the second half. Both teams will probably be content with a draw right here, but ideally for both of them, a win is very much needed at this point in the season to boost not only the team's confidence but morale. Shot right there from Falone. Looked like it got blocked on the way. It got touched at the last second right there by Braga. She was indecisive what to do with the ball. It's going to be a corner right here for the Cougars. It's going to be their second one of the day. Their first one here in the half. Taking the corner right here will be Kenworthy. So they're going to have almost 8 Cougar players right here inside the box. The outswing corner right here. On the right foot from Kenworthy right here. She delivers the cross. And a wild scramble right there to get the first touch and a foul. So the ref pointed against CUC. So it appeared there might have been a collision right there. And the ball was in the air. There's a pass right there, and a wrap slipped on the ground right there. Carr herself slips as well. They continue to play on. And a throw-in right here for the Cougars. So they're starting to make work right here in the final third. They haven't been able to generate much since the early going of the half, but here they are with another opportunity. But the Falcons once more defensively well structured have limited CUC's opportunities. CUC overall has 6 shots in this one. Half of those have been on target, whereas for CUW they have 20, 10 of those on target, but so far none of those shots have gotten past Lonnie Burnell. Slang, she'll swing it another cross. It's going to fall on the foot of Moore right here. Moore stumbles down on the ground inside the box. They continue. And we're right here once more. Another throw right here. A key note between these two teams. This is the 21st meeting all time between these two programs. So the Cougars have not had their fair share of luck against the Falcons. The last time they had a win against them was a 4-0 win back in October 22nd of 2016. Outside of that, you have to go back to 2013 when they had a 0-0 draw. So for the Cougars here today, even if they don't pick up the win here, a draw will be massive against a Falcons squad that has historically one up them. There's more. Her and another Cougar falls once more. Nothing serious, however. bit of a struggle right there to kick the ball away from CUC. They finally clear it out. CUC looking for that ever so clean sheet. They last achieved that against Lake Forest last month in a scoreless draw similar to today. But they'll have 10.5 minutes between a clean sheet or not. There's Carr. Carr falls down. Siebert trying to win the ball right back. She does. Now she's looking for some support. She swings the ball in a bit too far out right there for Moran Cruz. And it falls right there into the safety nets right there of Braga. Ball right there lands right there at the foot of Romazeric. And she comes back right there to get the ball away there from Brown. Subs once more right here for CUC. So Falone and Sieber are coming out. Paulson and Medilosa are coming in for both of them. CUC, they didn't get their one goal against Benedictine until the very end on Wednesday. Can we see the same thing happen here again? Bowers looking to kick it out. She does, however, it falls right there into the side foot of 37 for CUW and Romazeric. Paulson tries to set it up ahead right here. Morian Cruz. You can sense right here the Falcons now starting to really go on attack right here. It appears they are not going to be in contempt right here for a draw. They're going to go all the way out right here for a win. And what that's doing right now is making CUC right now having to play a bit more defensively. Chance might hear up going. Rap. He's going to pass it out right there. And a shot right there off the side of her foot. That time by Zerke. She goes way, way too high above than everyone else. A sudden lack of composure from her right there. The end result, ball goes way high above the net. There's Brown, who's been all over the field the entire day, both as a defensive midfielder and attacking midfielder, more of the traditional box-to-box midfielder. And here throws it in. Carr tries to cross it backwards towards the middle of the pitch. No Cougar there in the near vicinity. Rosa looks to try to touch it down. Now she'll try to win the ball back. Brown showing the ball away. Looking for support on the near side. Gets it from Hernandez. Can she keep it in? Looks like she does. Never. Falcons once more now. Bowers does just enough right there to clear out the danger for the moment being. Looking ahead at both teams' upcoming fixtures, you look at for CUW, they have a game Wednesday away to Alberta College before coming back on home next Saturday to Dominican. Whereas for CUC, you look at their upcoming game, they will be back at home right here for their final home game of the year. It's coming Wednesday against Edge before ending the year. Back-to-back away games against Alberta and Dominican. Question is now, will CUC enter into Wednesday coming off of a impressive either draw or win against a very respectable Concordia University of Wisconsin squad? We're nearing the 5-minute mark. There's Bowers. Bowers trying to give it right there to Paulson, who had a little bit of space right here between her and the nearest defender. Paulson now has it. He loses it. Ball ricochets off Moran Cruz's shin right there. Now Brown. Dribble a moment too heavy. Now Moran Cruz now trying to win the ball right here back. So we have a couple of whistles right here. A foul. As neither the CUC squad nor their fans are pleased about that. As time continues to tick right here, every single second remaining is going to be critical for both teams. And mistakes like that we saw right there. Lang losing possession right there. She was trying to pass it back out wide to her defender right there. And Syracuse. Bowers. And a foul right there. It's against Bowers. And the referee right here is going to pull out a yellow card right here. The first one of today. Against Bowers. And not many people, so you can imagine, are happy about that. A questionable yellow card decision right here by the referee. Not only that, as it loses time for both teams. There's Lang. Wrap. Oh, and now here's Snow. Snow now trying to shoot it on her right foot. Does so. Shot goes up on the crossbar. Did it go in though? That is the question. And the refs say no. Once again, Burnell comes in a very clutch moment. Shot went above her. However, the crossbar once more comes into effect. As both teams here in this half have had a goal stripped away from them from the crossbar. Now Moran Cruz now on the other side of the pitch. Lose the ball, but it's going to be a corner. Corner right here for CUC. Under 3 minutes remaining. So the corner is going to be taken right here by Losa. Six players in the box for CUC. High arcing corner right there. Can someone get to it? It's cleared away for a moment. And it falls to the foot there. Moran Cruz is there trying to scrum right there. And a shot right there. Blocked there. A foul on Paulson off the post. And it goes in. It's a goal for the Cougars. Paulson once more. It's a tie. My word. The Cougars once again scoring late in the going. It's a 1-0 lead for the Cougars with 2:12 remaining. Much to the delight of everyone here in River Forest. So the senior forward out of Villa Park, Illinois, gets her 4th goal on the year. And what a time and what a place to get it right here on senior day. It is Cougars 1, Falcons 0 with 2:10 remaining. In a game in which the Falcons seemed the majority of the game, looked like they were the far better team, are now down by 1 with 2:10 remaining. As Coach Garza is having a word with one of the fourth officials on the sideline. But now the key moment right here for the Cougars is to regroup themselves or recompose themselves here. The job is not done yet. There's still 2:10 remaining right here. Get started once more. Cleared out right there by Godowski. Time continues to tick now. We are officially at the 2-minute mark here, remaining in the half. Zerskis crosses it in. The wind does not help at all for this Falcons team when it comes to the crosses here in this half. It's kept in at the moment. Carr right there. Her defensive efforts continue to waste a little bit of time right here. Minute 45 now. Owong. Now Godowski. Nice job there by Godowski right there. Stopping the ball and turning it. Now Paulson kicks it up forward ahead. Brown will head it. Lauren Cruz gets there. She gets pushed from behind. They continue to play on. And a foul. And now if you're CUC right here, you're going to want to take a moment right here and let time off the clock right here. Ideally, the goal right here would be to go all the way to the corner flag and hold the ball. Moore tries to get there, but Brown once more right there. We see her work in the midfield contributed once again. And once more, this time, combined effort from her and Carr. 30 seconds now remaining. The Falcons look to heave it up ahead. They do. Right? And passes it to Moore right there. However, she just passes it away to the far side now. 15 seconds remain. There's a stoppage here for a moment. They're going to continue on right here. However, so the clock is at 1 second. However, a substitution was just made. So they're going to have to reset the clock right here to about like 17 seconds. So we set it back to 22 seconds. Salvador. That's all they got to do right there. Kick it out. Continue to waste time right here. 15 seconds remaining now. The final few seconds tick off. And boy, it hasn't been easy. But on senior day, your Concordia University Chicago women's team comes out victorious by the final score of 1-0 thanks to one of the seniors on the squad, Juliana Paulson, with the game-winning goal in the final 2 minutes of this game as the CUC squad celebrates in a much earned deserved win against a good Concordia Wisconsin squad. It did not come easy, but once more, another home game in which the Cougars in the end play up to their strengths, and another last-minute goal for the second time in 5 days, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. It's the player of the game by far and away, Juliana Paulson, the game-winning goal. But, of course, the big key also for the Cougars today was Alania Burnell for 11 saves and a clean sheet as her incredible season continues so far. It's a much-needed win for the Cougars, who now improve to their third win of the season. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, Concordia, Wisconsin, now this is once more another loss for them on the L column. Look at the final stats up today. The Falcons had 22 shots. Cougars had 9. On the majority of this game, the Falcons were the better team in terms of possession and opportunities, but they were stonewalled As you look at the Cougars, they had 9 shots, but out of those 9 shots, though, 6 shots of them were on target, which speaks to the quality of those shots. So you take a look. Also, another key factor today was, for Concordia, Wisconsin, they had majority of their entire starting 11 played the entire full 90 minutes, which might potentially backfire for them at the end of the game. Meanwhile, for Concordia Chicago, you saw them, they had 6 different players play for them on the bench, as the CUC faithful right there applauding the efforts of their team. So that was a great win for CUC. They win 1-0. Before we set this one goodbye, I want to give a special thanks to everyone who made this broadcast production possible, beginning with the production team of Sidney Loy, camera operators with Natalie Gallardo, Ryan McLaughlin, stats, Ashley Troll, a scoreboard operator, Emily Balaban, photos by Sabah Miller, PA announcer Chandler Kerr, and at the table right there, Abby Colleague, under the direction of Sydney Palaskis Lawher, and sports information director Kayla McLeod. Ladies and gentlemen, don't turn away so far. We have a doubleheader here today with the men's soccer coming up in half hour, so stay tuned for that one. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Rafael Gonzalez on the Cougar Sports Network, and as always, go Cougars!
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.